This story has been passed down from generation to generation in my family, and I think the message speaks for itself. There was once a family with two twin boys that were both loved equally by their parents. One was named Michael, and the other was George. Michael was a very bright kid. He was always very smart and a natural-born leader. George was not as smart as Michael, or perhaps as talented, but he was very loving and kind to everyone. As expected, Michael grew up to be a prominent business owner and was one of the richest men in the country. George worked as a painter and barely scraped by selling his artwork. Their parents would always ask the boys to come home and visit them because they were growing old and lonely. George visited them anytime he could and often wrote to them or sent them postcards using the little money he had. Michael, on the other hand, rarely visited them every couple of years and never took the time to write to his parents. Eventually, the parents passed. It was a rough time for the twin boys. After the funeral, the boys finally decided to look at the will their parents made for them. It read, "Michael, you have all the money in the world. You may take some jewelry if you wish. George, you may take the house. Times may be tough, but don't worry, you will be all right. Also, please remember to clean the basement. It is quite dirty." The twins then went to their parents' house, and Michael grabbed all the jewelry he could find from their parents' jewelry box. Then, he immediately left to go back to his businesses. George stayed in his parents' house for a few days, and then he decided to listen to his parents' advice and clean the basement. In the basement, he found the door to a room that their parents had locked up and said was off limits to the twins. Curiously, he opened it and found piles of gold bars worth more than George could imagine. There was a note in front, and it read, "George, you brought us so much joy. We hope this can repay the favor." After this discovery, Michael's businesses suddenly failed, and he lost all of his money. George never had to worry about anything for the rest of his life, but continued painting because he loved it.